Hey, welcome to the White Filth channel. We're going to do another update. The year is off to a slow start, interview-wise and talk-wise, but that's because there's a lot of things happening right here. We're working outside of the house for 3 days straight now, so a bit tired, but let that be the caveat for this week. We are listening to Filth with Dodemanswoud, the latest project or band from the Gigareich. This was sent to me this week I think it came in. Last week it was the zine they did, or the promo zine. And there is, cheers Boga, volume adjust. There is some info on Filth in here. It seems they have 2 more tapes ready, Knoken and Bloed and the Hellekerkers, which is coming out pretty soon, I guess. Welcome to the world of Filth, a realm of desolate landscapes and death through harsh and, ranging from black metal and ambient, so yeah. This is the promo flyer. There you go. It is another project of, if you see the promo picture in the tape, it is Spectre, so someone we know doing another project. It is just a smidget rawer than something like Val, for example, so it fits in the canon of the Gigareich stuff. But that's for now all I can say about it, because I haven't been listening to it too much. It just sounds a little bit pulled back production-wise, a little bit dungeony, if you will, and the ambient tracks sound huge on this one. So looks to be another rager for them. There you go, and that is once again Filth. Great tape. I'm not sure if it's still available. It's minus copy number 23, so I'm not sure how many tapes there are, but knowing Gigareich, there won't be too many. So yeah, it didn't came with a shirt, but I made it come with a shirt. There you go, the artwork. Put that in back order because I went for the tape first, but couldn't resist. Then something I had wrong in the last video. The Dungeon Grease zines are not by Kevin Zwartfit, it seems. Thank you, Mr. O. They are by Spectre, which explains a lot, actually. So, to round off the Gigareich portion of this video, we are going to dive in with basically a bunch, because Medieval Prophecy came in, which is a huge package, and then some random records. Going to blast by a few of them just because you'll see why. The first one is Black Crucifixion from Tomb, a duo out of Malaysia. They had a full length that I'm blanking on the title right now, which came out on the Belgian label Zombie Dance. And this is Sarcophagus and Leviathan, I think. Not the most original names, but there you go. This came out, this new 2-track, came out on Iron Bonehead. Black Crucifixion on the side A, and then the 7th Wind of Damnation. I don't see any years on here. But yeah, sound-wise, they're from Malaysia, but sound-wise it goes back to Southern American black sarcophago, the early stuff that was from their early Sepultura, stuff like that. Now the more trashier influence that then went into black metal, or that became black metal with bands like Sarcophago and like-minded souls. Yeah. I'm kind of curious about the full length now, because these are basically 2 good tracks in that style. There's nothing more to say about them, except that they're from Malaysia. I don't know too many bands that are from Malaysia. There are probably a million, but who knows. That was a random order. I think that came in with some, let's show the Moonbloods. They came in with, I'm pretty sure they came with these. I've showed I think 2 videos ago, I showed the 2 Moonblood rehearsals that came out on Iron Bonehead. This is rehearsal 2 and rehearsal 12. So it seems they're going 1, 13, 2, 12, and working their way into the middle. The Evil Rules is the first one. And then the second one is Domains of Hell. Artwork-wise, they are all the same, which is kind of a bit, I don't know. Maybe there's just not more info on these. It's possible. It is very possible. But yeah, they are the cover as we know them, the tapes, and then they're all basically the same, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but yeah. It's always the same text, always the same, you know, info, and I would prefer that they just had, you know, something about where they were at the time, but yeah, I guess they were just in the rehearsal room since they're all rehearsals. But yeah, really, I think the focus should be on the sounds, because these are rehearsal tapes from mid-90s and they sound as harsh and as well produced as you would like them to be. They are right on the edge of where black metal was at the time. I think, yeah, mid-90s. This is 89, so yeah, rehearsal 12. This is an unreleased, so yeah. The recording itself remained unreleased, yet are known as rehearsal 12. So yeah, some of these are being heard for the first time. I know they're all on YouTube, so for the first time is a bit of a stretch, but there you go. So that's the Iron Bonehead portion of this thing. And then into Hatework. I was talking to Alrit and I was looking for the Drug Darkness Cavern Dweller because it sold out on Phantom Lure, but he still had copies of it since it's a split release. And I decided to pick up some other stuff from his personal collection or from his personal distro and the label itself. The first one is Morte Perpetua and Megalith Grave with, here we go, illusory gateways through the forbidden realms of sacrilegious rites. There you go. One of the more bleaker records that made it into the collection this year. This is on Hatework and it comes with quite a lot of stuff. So let's unpack. Morte Perpetua, if I am not mistaken, and I rarely am, but it happens, is a German band that holds Alrit from Hatework himself. So it's one of his bands. Seems he has a lot. I never really dove in, but yeah. Necrosaint Worship Circle, Only Dead is Real, and this is limited to 150. I got 131? Yes, 131. So yeah, hand numbered. People still do that shit. It's incredible. The side A is Morte Perpetua. I just listened to it again. It is 4 tracks. It is all very different in production. It's all very raw, but yeah, the sound is very different, very unhinged. Side B, Megalith Grave, is more the reverse homage style, American raw black metal, but yeah, there's quite the difference between the two sides. Morte Perpetua has 7 to 10, so that means there's another demo or another EP that holds the first tracks. And then the Megalith Grave has The Silence Between the Trees, Centuries Beneath, Tainted Soil, and Eternal Night of Full Moon. So a very nice split. Production-wise or sleeve-wise, very nice. The vinyl itself, and I don't think there are any other color schemes, is a marbled green. It just showed up as green, I guess, but if you hold it to the light, it has some white and black running through it. Simple black and white center labels, so nothing too fancy there. But it's not a fancy record, so yeah. There is a printed inner. Suicide, homicide, plague, death, manifestations. There you go. Only failure and death awaits you. We are the plague that infests your mind and rots your soul until nothing is left but burning hatreds and black morbid void. Ouch. Hatework dedicates this release to the founder of Skill. So there you go. Another Skill dedication. The 3 people behind this, I think Tyrant, Arild and NMK are the German side, and then the Gamol is the American behind this one. Necrosaint Worship Circle. I'm pretty sure Harold will kick my ass and correct me if I'm mistaken on all of these. So looking forward to that one. There is another paper in here, Morte Perpetua, Darkness and Death, Harold 666. So yeah, a dedication print that comes with it. So yeah, thank you for that one. I picked up some tapes which will be in a tape delay. I did a small poll on Instagram asking for if we should keep the tape delay and or just mix them all in. It's going to be a bit of both. So if the package comes in like Medieval Prophecy Records, it's going to be tape and everything together. But the tape delay remains. So the hate works will come up later.
What are we drinking though?
We are drinking. We're still in the season to be jolly because we're drinking a Père Noël from the Ranke, Christmas beer, and you're having your usual Westmalle.
Westmalle triple.
Cheers, Harold. Cheers.
Sponsor us.
That will be the day. Okay, from his personal collection, which I plundered some more, is the Malefices and Vampiric Bloods, Missionaries of Ancient Witchcraft 7-inch. There we go. This is on, I'm not sure actually. Dark Adversary, yes sir. And that's why I'm always mistaken, because I always think that Asgore is behind the Vampiric Bloods, but it says it's a Finnish.
Did you say Asgore?
Asgore, no, Ash. Asgore. Asgore is maybe a, yeah, it's a good name. Yeah, I asked to interrupt, so please interrupt.
By all means.
By all means, Asgore. Malefices is from Canada and Vampiric Blood is a Finnish one-man project, Lord of Shadows and Cépé Noir. So yeah, 2 tracks each. Deardu, I guess, from the Malefices. Malefices, yes. And then Mysteries of Blood Invoked in 2022? No, that's, I don't know. My Roman numerals are shit, as you know. But yeah, here's the back with the fine folk behind his band. Mainly got it for Vampiric Blood because Malefices is one of those bands that I know I need to listen to more. I think Satanic, what's the Satanic Requiem or something like it? They released a bunch of them, but yeah, it's mainly for the Vampiric Blood, which I think almost everything is in the collection by now. But yeah, there goes Fear again. Great tape. If you want it, I wouldn't wait too long. But yeah, comes with this nice lyric sheet. Very endearing, very small. There you go. Put this in later. But yeah, that is from the Hatework vault itself. So yeah, 2 cool releases, one from the label, one from the distro. And then the split release, once again, by Hatework and Phantom Lure. Phantom Lure is a Belgian label which came out of nowhere for me because they are mainly dealing in a world that is unfamiliar to me, and that is the offspring of Dungeon Synth that is called Comfy Synth, which is, that is definitely a bridge too far. I have a heart for the label. I like what they're doing, but the music is, I don't know. It has nothing. There's no relation with metal for me anymore, especially the real comfy synth stuff, and that is a world I don't know nothing about, so I can't speak on it. So it was a bit weird, in my opinion, that they did the co-production with Hatework. There's a sticker that comes with that. The nice rooster, lion heads, I don't know, cool sticker. Yeah, that they did the co-production with Hatework. But yeah, here we go. This is the Drug Darkness Cavern Dweller with, I think, a Warhead art cover. Not sure. Weird, trippy cover. And if you, I think on the Hatework side, if you play the Drug Darkness side, one of the comments is, now we know why there were no preview tracks when the record went up. It is not your typical easy listening, run-of-the-mill black metal that you can just waltz into and then enjoy. This is not made to enjoy. I think it's a bad trip from beginning to end. It's basically the mushroom stuff, and then this weird cabin guy. The artwork kind of fits the aesthetic of the record. Cavern Dweller starts off as maybe a weird Offspring dungeon synth stuff, but then goes into black metal on the, I think the third and the second and third track. The first track is basically a droning dungeon synth with black metal vocals running over it. Drug Darkness is basically everything turned to 11 and just let's go. So yeah, it is not for the faint of heart, and if you like melody and stuff like that, please avoid. So yeah, if you hear that and you compare it to the comfy synth stuff that Phantom Lure is doing, which is once again great label, yeah, it is kind of weird. It comes with this. The record, and specifically track B2, is pressed on a loud volume and requires you to adjust the weight of your record player to be on +3 gram to avoid skipping. Please adjust the arm and weight of your record player accordingly. There you go. And it's actually true. I had to really weigh it down just to have it playable, which is weird. It's a dunk pressing, so they usually press really good. It's within Belgium. So here is Sterile from Drug Darkness, one of the adapts from Gehoutsamkeit. And there you go, the Cavern Dweller, Tyrant Arild, and Lord Gomagorohon, something like that, not sure. Through the yawning of ancient stone, procession of distant torches ascend through translucent fog, and candlelight flickers upon ornate carvings. Production-wise, this is a very beautiful record, package-wise, and that is something that the comfy synth does have. They all have nice, comfy packaging. The only thing this is missing is a sick obi, like fluo yellow obi or something like that. Yeah, this was I think 2 color schemes. One is black and one is the red and black marbled, which I went after. Drug Darkness sides and Cavern Dweller, but this logo shows up on the Perpetua Morte also, so it's basically that. What circle was it? Let me see again. Necrosaint Worship Circle, I think that is the overall, yeah, the overall crew that is behind all these fucked up German weirdo metal. But yeah, that is basically it for part 1. There is a part 2 and a very good part 3, which is a Belgian party. I'll see you in part 2. Hey, part 2. We are still listening to Filth since the tape keeps on rolling. There's a record for part 3 standing ready, so let's dive in. This is going to be some classics that came in, and then some new stuff, like usual, but let's go. This is my Go to Warwick's order, and if you have been following this channel for a while, you know it would be a box about this big with yellow tape around it. I just opted for a 7-inch and a tape, and then he was nice enough to send me a one of the mixtapes. This is the mixtape for December 2021, or December. There we go. I don't know nothing about this. If I look at the track list, I am very confused. The only thing I'm almost sure of is that this is the girl or the female that was struck by an arrow in that terrorist attack in Norway about 3 months ago. One of the black metal stalwarts, female black metal stalwarts in Norway. But I read up on it then, but I forgot due to the fact that I drink beer and I'm stupid. So yeah, she is called Andrea Meyer, so I'm, yeah, like 99% sure it's her, but yeah. I'll dive into it and it will pop up in a tape delay. Same for this, Warped Skull with Barbaric Chaos, Reclusive Goblin. You either like it or you don't. I do, so like I said, the tape delays will return. My actual order was this one, and this is the Black Putrescence De Grange, I think. They're both Australian bands, so I'm not sure how to pronounce the second band or the first band on this one. But I mainly got it for the Black Putrescence side. These are tracks that are recorded way back when. One is written 2010, recorded 2013 and 19, and then mixed in 2020. That is the Epoch of Sodom. The Black Putrescence track is called Hypnagogic Lacerations, 3 to 13, so I don't know what happened to 1 and 2, but they got cut. Written in 2005, re-envisioned, re-recorded and mixed 2019-2020. And this is Brenton Curtis, that has close connections to the entire carved cross happening. I think there are not too many people in Australia dealing into black metal, so yeah. Black Putrescence, Carved Cross, Grave Worship, Desgrange, the other bands on this one. It's all basically the same guy, but yeah. Music-wise, I got it because of this records. I think about 5 years ago now, when Carved Cross came on my radar, I was talking to one of the guys who has the Down and Out and the entire distro that comes with it, and they had this in stock forever, and this is the demo compilation from Black Putrescence. And this is some of the most fucked up shit I ever heard. I was going to ask Athoms to put in the promo picture, but I'll make it easy on him and just show it to you. There is the artwork for that demo comp, and then this picture is the one I'm talking about. This head just sold me on this project or this band because it looks so fucked up. It's from 2002, and this is basically a demo compilation, demo 1, 2002. Then Nightmare Exorcism, the second demo, the third demo. It's all neatly arranged in years. There's a promo on here, promo 2006, and then the promo 2001, I think. Alex Redlinski, Aston Kluklow, I think, and then Brendan Curtis. But yeah, if you are into some of the weirder, maybe outside black metal, this is something to delve into. I would recommend maybe start here because this is more listenable actually. Not that that is not, but you know what I mean. It is very early recordings of those guys. If you know the early Carved Cross stuff, it is not as slow and as dirgy as that. It is black metal, but it's still, yeah, it is still very, very out there, but really good. And it's a record that is mostly underrated in my opinion, because even if you look on Discogs, it's available for less than $20, which is, you know, let's face it, a weird thing these days. But yeah, this is the new 7-inch or the new track that they dropped, which is a total different sound, very well produced, very audible, but yeah, still worth checking out. And this is, of course, still available on Go to Warwick's. Everything is sold out except for the little one in the roster. So yeah, get in there. Little black 7-inch, 2 tracks, nothing too fancy. Did I show the inner? There we go. And it seems Danny figured out to ship from China without even passing through customs. I don't know how he does it. I think I know how he does it, but let's keep it a secret. If you know, you know, and you're good to go. Then, thank you, Danny. There are 4 classics in here. One, yeah, let's say 3 classics. Let's put on another record first. We are listening to the, and this is maybe a giveaway for the third part of this video, we're listening to the Opbrok demo comp. There you go, Medieval Prophecy Records, that is coming up. Let's see, did I say everything? Go to Warwick's? Yes, let's dive in. First 2 I'm going to show as a bundle. There you go. And this is, I have to check the titles, Mayhemic Truth with RIP, and then Mayhemic Truth with In Memoriam. So 2 records that, yeah, that kind of defy the fate of the band. This is a German band that started in early 90s, I think about 92, if I'm not mistaken. Let's show this one first. They never made it past the demo and EP split stage, so they never had a full length. So what this is both compilations of early demos and then EPs. I think, pretty sure this is the 92, 94 demo, and the other one is the 96, and then the, I forgot what the EP is called, but forgive me. This came out on the Devil's Elixirs Records, yes, a label that came onto my radar because of the Zorgfaktor and the Iljarn re-releases. The way I got onto this, because I didn't know them, there was a post from the label that showed a very good looking promo picture of the Beliar and the Balor dudes from the band. They are assisted by Lilith, a female, I think she plays bass, I'm not sure. But yeah, like I said, this is a compilation of the 2 EPs. This is, I would say, for the fans only. I'm not saying it's a misbuy, but you can hear them searching for their sounds. Yeah, not really experimenting, but you can hear they are still in the demo phase for sure. And what I mean by that is when I was listening to it yesterday or the day before, I think, at night, and you can hear that the drummer and the guitar are a bit off tempo-wise here and there. So it is not bad, but it is not a grandiose record by any means, or grandiose EPs. Image-wise, of course, they are very good with the fire breathing and stuff like that. And let's face it, it is very early. It is 92 and 94, so yeah. But if you then compare it to what Moonblood was doing, it is very different in sounds and in style, both German bands, but yeah. What is good in my opinion, or where they kind of hit their stride, is in the 96 demo, and this is this one, the In Memoriam. This is a double records, I'm not sure. Yes, double records. It's all on black. The other one was 2. Limited to some weird number, 146 or something like that. The entire run is on 666. Cliche, I know, but there you go. And the black is the limited version, like Van is doing. Van is doing the distribution for this, and then this is 141. So I'm not sure what the black was limited to. But like I said, this is where they find their sound, where they hit their stride. Sound-wise, it goes into a folk a bit here and there, but mainly in the interludes. Yeah, there is nothing too much more to say. Probably there's a lot more to say, but I don't know too much. Demo 96, I said that, and that was limited to 300 copies, stuff like that. So yeah, early German black metal. Yeah, there you go. Nothing too fancy about the records. They are both on black. Like I said, there never was a full length by these guys, as evidenced by RIP and In Memoriam. If the compilations are named that, you know what's up. Then the other thing that was in that batch was the Mortis with the Shadow of the Tower. I think everybody by now knows who Mortis is. He was or is the keyboard and bass player for Emperor, the early 90s or mid 90s Norwegian black metal band. He then branched off into a thing that, yeah, can only be called Dungeon Synth. He was the creator or the originator, if you will. This is more, it also says on the inlay, this is once again one of those deals, black only, and this is limited to 666, and then 596 I have. Yeah, I don't know how the breakdown is, black or whatever. Comes with a poster. I'll show that first. Here we go. There is not too much info on here. It's just the cover with the tower. But the info that is on here is that it was basically kind of a lost recording. Shadow of the Tower, and then Shadow of the Tower continued. So yeah, title-wise. It was basically a lost recording in the more, it's not per se dungeon synth, it goes into ambient work more in the time that he was closely connected with the cold meat industry stuff. Recording from 97, so yeah, a bit later in that decennium. Blah, 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 blah. This was originally recorded with lo-fi, noisy gear and very limited recording and mixing skills. So the recording, thankfully, to analog tape is still acceptable to the human ear. But yeah, they remastered it and then it came out. It still sounds like it was recorded in a cave, which was probably my vision at the time anyway. There is the double X on there, which was used by a lot of dungeon synth artists coming after him, and to good use, I think. Still a very cool looking logo. But yeah, like I said, it is more into a droney ambient style than there is dungeon synth on here. But yeah, very good record. It's not for every day, but if you are into it, if you're in the right mood, it is very good to put on. Then in the line of classics, let's show this one, and this is maybe the most talked about classic in the last, I would say, 2 years. This is Dawn with Slaughter Sun. Came out in years, I think 98. Yes, 98. This is the remastered, reworked edition of Cosmic Key Creations, a label from the Netherlands, I'm pretty sure, together with DME Distribution and Century Media. Like I said, this came out in '89, and this is heralded as one of the Swedish more melodic black metal classics, together with their first album, but this is mainly the stalwart of the band, or the high points in their discography. Slaughter Sun, Crown of the Triarchy. They started out as a more melodic melodic death metal band, as in the style of At the Gates, the Swedish sound that was prevalent at the time, but they quickly, with the one that came before this, which is a very long Swedish title that I'm blanking on, or that I just don't know, they switched to English for this one, and with good reason. It is a 5-piece, here they are in full glory, with axes and thrones and whatever you want to call it. Very good musicianship, very good records from point A to B. It gets better with every track. That's why it's a classic, I guess. The drumming is on point, the guitar work is on point, the vocals are excellent. Yeah, like I said, it's a classic for a good reason. There is not a lot of info on here, as in no info. There is a lyric sheet, but that's about it. But it's been beautifully re-released by Cosmic Key with the gold, whatever, printed on there. And then there were a few color schemes. This is the, I never seen this one. This is gold in orange, or orange in gold, if you will. Kind of looks green, the gold stuff, and I don't like gold, but yeah, it fits the cover, so it fits the total aesthetic of the record. Like I said, Swedish classic in the in the melodic black metal scene, so yeah, check it out if you're into it. There's a beautiful article in Arcane Archivist number 3, I think, done by Brain Smasher, so check it out. It's been talked to death. I think there are 7,000 reviews on YouTube, so if you want to know more, please check it out, and I'll see you in part 3. Hey, part 3, and we are still listening to the Opbrok demo compilation that Medieval Prophecy did together with Urtot, one of the most expensive labels on the planet. Why Medieval Prophecy? Because the entire Medieval Prophecy update came in, except for the Auric Blood long sleeve, because let's face it, it was a white long sleeve and it's a bit much. So yeah, there is a 12-inch, a 7-inch, and 2 tapes. That was the entire drop from that thing. Let's start with the tapes. The first one is the Crypt of Wallachia with the Witches of Hoya Basin. And this is their second demo on the Medieval Prophecy Records label. One of the best, I was going to say better, but it's basically the best black metal label within Belgium, together with Rampart, Immortel, and probably some more, but I think these two will cover it nicely. They go from Perverted Ceremony, Moon of Xesbet, to the entire Ancient Hounds crew, which I think with every drop or with every demo round, they keep growing. I'm going to talk about this one first because this is the one I've listened to the least. This is the J card. It is basically reminiscent of the first demo, which had similar artwork, which also was given to me or sold to me by Jan Hatework. 1000 furious pathways, I think, vanishing once strided, 1,000 roads lead me astray further in a strange wells. Purposeless wander in murk, surrounded by shapes, haunting. Oh, they draw me as they lurk in the old forest whispering. The Ancient Hounds. The Ancient Hounds is basically the entire, or the overarching group name for Crypts of Wallachia, Orcblood, Phlogiston's Majesty, and it seems also now for the Selenite Scrolls, which we'll talk about later. So a lot of bands are forming under that banner. Sound-wise, this is more of the, I would say, straight black metal, but with, which is weird for them, with English lyrics. Most of them are in French, but this is basically an English demo tape. I am not 100% with it. It's not bad. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I just didn't listen to it as much. It came in yesterday and I'm still processing it all, and I will tell you later why I haven't delved into everything. Then, Awakening of the Boreal Juggernauts by Orcblood. I always confused this one with the Orbok, Orcblood, Orbok. This is a new 7-inch by them on the heels of the tape from last year, which is way over there, so I'm not going to get it, but I showed it before. Awakening of the Boreal Juggernauts, side A, Awakening of the Boreal Juggernauts once again, and then Gallop Through Phantom Snowfields, Medieval Prophecy. This is, if everything here is full band sound, I would describe this as more of a one-man black metal-ish sound, but then not better than everything you heard, but it stands out there. It reminds me production-wise and playing style-wise, it reminds me of the Dutch one, the blonde guy, which I'm blanking on, with the spikes, Hellerruin. So
That's him.
That's him. That kind of well-played, well-produced one-man black metal. That's where we're at with this, but you know, with some more snowy parts in here, if I would say. Blank on the inside, as far as snowy parts goes, that is the most snowy. But then this picture kind of seals the deal, if you know what I mean. Recorded between autumn MMX and winter MMXXX1. And I was talking about how this sounded like a one-man project, but it's basically, once again, an entire band. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess it's just all the same people playing all the same, or in all those bands. Logo, paintings and drawings by Zabrava, no contact. But yeah, sound-wise, it still stays up as more of that. Maybe it's just rawer than everything else, but in my head, before I saw the entire lists, it sounded more in that direction. Once again, big hole in the center, just like the Perverted Ceremony they did last year. But yeah, production-wise, this is all very, very worth it and very well produced. Yeah, what would you expect from a label like NPR? Then let's dig into the big records. Regnum Tenebrarum. There you go. Les Enfers, I think. There's a lot of promo stuff in here, which I'll show later. Des Enfers, sorry. So the hells, or how do you pluralize hell? The hells. The hells. The more hells, the better. This is completely in French. It kind of links up with the Crypts of Wallachia sound-wise, music-wise, but this is a bit sharper and it has that French accent in the vocals, which I'm a sucker for. If you have French vocals in your band, it has been said on this channel before, it just, I don't know, it gives it that more aggression that it sometimes needs. And this is the 12-inch version of the tape that came out, I think, just last year. If you are against fold-over covers in screen printed cardboard. Don't get this one because this is just a flimsy paper fold over with a reworked artwork of the tape. This is the back. There is some stuff in French and it dates back to 1185, but it's about a battle. I don't know. It's about a battle against oneself and then into hell, something like that. I need to work on my French. Regnum tenebrarum appartient aux ancient hounds. Jesus, my French is poor at best. Limited to 100, and this is copy number 18. And once again, whites in the center. What is very well produced is this big slab of vinyl that is one-sided. This is just dead wax. It is an EP or a demo, so there you go. Very aggressive, yeah, French spoken or French sung black metal. Vocal style is very, he has this amazing croak in the back of his throat that just, it is the French, but with that froggish croak, so yeah, it kind of stands out in that way. But yeah, another stellar release by them. Let's delve into some promo. This is from New Era Productions. I'll just show the artwork. This is for, not even sure, Hexen Holocaust. There you go. And then for them, this is the flyer for the Regnum Tenebrarum, the band themselves, again with 5. So yeah, I'm thinking it's all just 5 of the same. And then the Evil Feast first demo, Die Abhorrent Emerging, which came out as a tape version, will be released as a 12-inch when early 2022, limited to 300 copies. But expect delays, of course. Although this came out on time. So yeah, there you go. If you want to check these releases out, they have a YouTube channel under the name John Doe, which has previews. They don't have the entire thing in full, but you get a sense and then just hunt them down. What you need to hunt down, and I already said it on Instagram just as a heads up, because this is, I don't know if it's still available from him, but this popped up on distros here and there. And this is the Selenite Scrolls. There you go. Put it a little closer. This is now called Through Gnarled Woods and Glowing Haze. The first one was something like, let me find it for you because it speaks a volume on the sound actually. History, I was just listening to it digitally. Spectral Dirges from an Eerie Past. That was the first demo. This is the second demo. I put this on, I think, when was it? Wednesday night. It came in Wednesday, so I put it on Wednesday and it blew my mind. I was in love with the first, in love is maybe is too much, but I dug what they did on the first demo. This is steps above. The keys alone, the way they make the keyboard sound, it has that almost like a submarine, that boom, that kind of sound, but it runs throughout this entire thing, and not the entire thing, but if they use it, it just makes it sound so different. It has a dirgy quality. It kind of, the first track, for example, kind of reminded me of Wolvenest, but in a good way. I don't dislike Wolvenest. I love some of the stuff. I mainly like them live, but it has that dirgy, yeah, still black metal stuff, but then it goes into blast parts. It goes all over the place, and this is definitely one to check out. Once again, yeah, all the guys that are on the other tape, Diemonichen Duk, voices, synths and lead guitar, Prizak on guitar, Zabrava on bass, and Drvena Koza, I think, on percussion. Recorded in the summer, and it has a more warm feel than all the other stuff, which is basically just, yeah, especially the Regnum Tenebrarum, it kind of has that French 90s God Killer sound, so more colder black metal. This is very warm sounding, but still cold. It's weird, just listen to it. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks on here, and it's definitely worth your time. White on the inside, these are black on the inside. Very classic looking tape, but yeah, get your hands on this, you won't be sorry. That is the White Filth tip for the week. I had already shown this one, the Enthroned Promo 94, which is a monumental reissue done by Medieval Prophecy. There is a thick booklet. It comes with tons of promo material. It is just the best thing Enthroned ever put out, bar none. It was when they were all together in the first lineup, but I always regretted not buying the more limited version at the time. I was not buying box sets or spending that much money because all of the newer box sets just don't fit these kind of things, so I have to put them all up there. But Jay, or John Doe, if you will, granted me my wish and sent me a box that was, I don't know, it was a, there was something wrong with it, but if you can find it, I'll give you $1,000 because it's pristine. This is laser cut from the outside, so it's, the logo is laser cut into that, and then in the back it says Medieval Prophecy copy was limited to 45, so this is basically a misprint. It is the same box as the little, I think the last Black Celeste demo, so yeah, it has that. It doesn't have the slip mat, but I don't care. It is a gorgeous thing that will just go on top, but you know, if you know this channel, you know that is appreciated. So JD, thank you very much, and cheers. I'm going to listen to, or we are going to listen to the, once again, Selenite Scrolls one more time. Get it, get the first one too while you're at it, and yeah, support Medieval Prophecy Records. That's it, enough commercial time. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the comments and the support we're getting in the last, I don't know, 5 videos maybe. We see the views go up, and that means people like it. So that's the most important thing. This will also be a audio podcast on Spotify for now only, I think, which is the main platform for something like that. So check it out if you are not into my face, but just into my voice or into the music we're talking about. Record is still playing, but I'm done, so that rests me with telling you adieu, and I'll see you probably next week. Maybe a tape late, we'll see. Peace.